Hi, welcome to Prepare to Pass. My name's Rob, I'm the instructor. I'm just on my way between pupils, so I've decided to do a bit of a live stream and just give some ideas of what I'm looking at as an instructor when I'm driving along. So at the moment, obviously, just a bit of traffic, and but what I'll be doing is just explaining to you what I see and what I'm actually looking at, what I see as danger and such. So a little bit of traffic for the moment, and here we are in Derby. It's a lovely day, UK side. Feel free to leave any comments and I'll have a read of them later. I have been considering doing live streams on the lessons, so if you want to, if that's something that you'd be interested in, I would be very interested in hearing your comments on that. Obviously live is live, and it's a little bit different to the videos that we normally post. Of course, as I say, anything can happen. It's only live once. And I'm also working on getting some software that actually shows both cameras at once, front and back, and a bit of steering cam as well, just so we can see how the steering goes with the pupils, but that's for the future. So, got a few people tuning in now. So from an instructor's point of view, so my next lesson starts in 20 minutes. I'm hitting traffic. I'm not really getting overly frustrated at the moment, but luckily I always leave plenty of time between my pupils, because there's nothing worse than sort of rushing from one to the other, and it's just no good for the sort of mindset of from an instructor's point of view. See, my traveling between pupils gives me a bit of chill out time actually, and it gives me time to sort of relax and such. Usually if I get there 5 minutes early, I stick a bit of music on, have a chill out, check my emails or something. So I'm turning left here, so mirror signal. Big old truck on my right, as long as you don't come over to my side, I'm happy, yeah. So that's not an issue anymore. And just following up the road now, so there's no real danger on this road that I can see. Parked electricity van, so I'm just checking my mirrors, going to just make sure I'm safe to move out. I'm going to move out in really good time, nice and straight, and I'm just keeping my eye open here for workmen around these vans. I can see there's nothing coming down the road, so I'm quite happy to continue like this. Check my left mirror as I come back to the left. Pedestrians, they don't look as if they're crossing or anything. So pedestrian crossing in front. Am I clear of pedestrians? Yes, I am. The guy on the bike is a bit of an issue, but no longer. Got guys up here on the left, just keep an eye on them as well. It's fine. So I'm coming to a crossroads, which I know just happens to be a little bit tricky, so I'm just going to be slowing it down anyway. You can see people are already blocking the crossroads here. It's fine, looks like they're going to move off. I'm going to move over so I don't get trapped on the middle of it. Always look for your exit, always look to make sure that your exit's clear before you commit to it. And ahead I can see some set of lights, so I'm just going to prepare to slow down, just check my mirrors, make sure that there's nobody too close behind me. It's pretty straightforward stuff, this. It's very basic. Whenever we're on lessons and driving along, we're always considering the degree of difficulty on the road. So as I'm driving along, I've got in my own mind, I've got a scale of difficulty from like 1 all the way up to 10. So I'm always kind of considering, oh, this road's got a bit trickier. It's like a 6 or a 7 or an 8 or a 9, but this one that we're on now, you're talking about a 1 and a 2 really. There's not a lot of difficulty on this road, but things can change really, really quickly. So pedestrian on the left at the bus stop. Yeah, again, he took a couple of steps forward. Was he going to come out? Probably not. The red car on the left, I've got my eye on him or her. Thank you. I'm I'm just going to build up a little bit of speed now. I've got a 40 mile an hour road, so I'm up to 40. I'm not going to overtake the car in front because the van is turning right, so he's slowing down in the fast lane. That would be tricky if I tried to overtake this car. I would have had a difficulty there, but I'm going to stay in this lane because this takes me basically where I need to be. So green lights are turn into red, so that's it, just slowing down. In no great rush to jump on my brake, so nice and gently, just leaving a nice bit of space between us. So just enough space there, so if the car in front did break down, I'd have at least enough room to get out from behind him. If you get too close to these guys in front when you stop and they do break down, and it does happen now and again, it's very embarrassing trying to reverse and to get away from them, to get around them. However, it is what it is. So while I'm in traffic like this, I ain't got a right lot to do, so I'm just sort of checking for motorbikes, cyclists coming round, anybody doing anything unusual, pedestrians crossing over, anything's possible. Here we go, just checking my mirrors as I move off, make sure nobody's filtering through, motorcycles or cyclists. Got my eye on the guy on the left just in case. That's good, I can see him having a good look, so he's unlikely to just come out. You can usually tell when somebody's not checking properly and not paying attention. You know, if somebody's approaching from the left like that and they're not looking at me, I'm thinking, you know, is he gonna go or is he not gonna go? So it catches like gets your attention. Slowing down, checking my mirrors again. All this slowing down, checking your mirrors, looking out for things filtering through traffic, and this is all your bread and butter stuff. If you're looking to take a driving test, this is the kind of things that the examiners are looking to see that you're doing. So just through these lights, I'm going to go to the left, so I'm going to give my signal now, and I'm just going to be moving over it. I'm allowed to go into the bus stop, over the bus stop. It's the bus lanes you're not allowed into, but the bus stops are absolutely fine. Obviously you wouldn't stop on a bus stop, but you can drive over a bus stop, or you can stop on the bus stop if you're in the queue of traffic. Just started raining, so that's fine. So lights are changing, a couple of pedestrians by the lights, I'll keep an eye on them as well, but they don't look like they're going anywhere. So this is the entrance to the local hospital, so always looking out for emergency vehicles. That's fine. So I'm into a 40 zone again, so I'm just going to build up my speed so I'm not hanging around too long. So here's a cycle lane on the left. It's got a solid white line on it. That means you're not allowed in there unless it's an emergency. If the cycle lane had the broken line around it, you'd be allowed there if it was safe to do so. So essentially, your cycle lane with a solid white line, it's like your bus lane with a solid white line. You're just not allowed in there. Through the junction, no issues. Coming to a set of lights, I'm going to be turning right, so mirror signal. So I've got a green light, but I haven't got a priority light, so with the green light, I'm just going to be waiting. I'm going to go to the middle and wait until my turn. Now, because this set of lights has got an extra light on it, that's a filter arrow. So I'll have a look. So I can, there's my filter arrow just come on, so that gives me the priority. And off I go. Just following it on round here. Weather's a little bit rubbishy. It's not too cold, 15 degrees at the moment. Right, some meeting situations coming up. I can see a UPS truck coming down. Doesn't look like it's slowing down. However, thank you, I've got the priority as much as he has. So in those kind of situations, it's usually first come, first served. And that is true. However, don't race them for it. If you start racing for the gap to get the priority, you're just asking for the trouble. Just going to slow down here, expecting him to move off. And that's it, you know, it's just the instructor's perspective. And when I'm on a lesson and the pupil's driving, this is exactly what I'm looking at. The next thing I'm looking at is the parked car. Is it safe for me to go around? I'm checking my mirrors. I can see I'm safe to go out. There's nothing coming down towards me, so I'm just going to give him his door length there. Going to check my left door mirror as I come back. And it's each individual thing you deal with. Then once that's dealt with, forget it and just concentrate on the next thing ahead of you. So I can see the blue car coming down the road towards me. There's no way I'm going to get through there. So I'm just going to slow it down. I'm thinking about my hold back position. So if I have to stop, I'll wait around here. I'll check my right door mirror and out I go. You know, it's no different to walking through a crowd of people. You know, you don't just barge through. You wait and just wait your turn. Now at the end of the road, I'm turning right. It can be a tricky right turn. The visibility is not too great on this road, so I'm just going to get myself right up there and have a look. So checking left and right. It's nice and clear on my right. It's going to be clear on my left. So there you go. So off I go. No problem at all. So I see some temporary traffic lights, roadworks up ahead. Be interesting to see if they're actually doing any work. I don't know if it's just me, but you know, I've got to be in my bonnet about road workers not doing work. Only a little bit, because we pay for it with our road tax, and you know, it's unusual to see all of them working. And you know, you're lucky really if you get 1 out of 5 working. But that's just me. We shall see. And the other thing that they do, and they do it on a regular basis, is they'll put the roadworks out, and they'll just leave the traffic lights there, and nobody's. They go away for the weekend and leave it. So here we go. Let's have a look. Is anybody actually working? I've got my green light. No, there's a big hole in the road, and there is absolutely. Oh. No, there was one person in the hole looking at a computer. So there you go. I need to get a life, I really do. If that's the worst thing that happens to me today, that'll be a good day, won't it? A little bit tight with the pedestrian there on the left. Quite close to the edge of the road, but again, not really too much of an issue. So I am going to be turning right into this complex. Now I know that there's some roadworks down here because my pupil texted me earlier and said you can't come down my road because they're working on it, so I've arranged to meet him right here at the end, and there's the road workers, and I'm just going to get myself turned around and I will wait for my pupil. In fact, I'll turn around, I think I'll reverse into this little driveway here, so I'm checking all around. And I will wait for him right here. And if you've seen any of my other videos, this will be Frank. This will be Frank will be coming down for his lesson in a moment. And that is it. So I'm going to be signing off pretty soon. Let's just switch this picture around. So there we are. So just waiting for my pupil. This is Frank. He did roundabouts last week, so what I'm going to be doing is just reinforcing what he's done last week. We're going to get him pretty much the same lesson but without the briefing, and I'm going to be just letting him make a few mistakes and just seeing what he can do to you know, to do on his own, you know. So if he can do like 30% or 40% of it, then it's all benefits, all bonus for him, you know, because last week I'm telling him to do 100%. So, you know, and this is what we'll do. So we'll go do some roundabouts and hopefully he does well, and but it's not going to be live, so we're not ready to do sort of lessons live, but I will be of course recording it, and we'll do an interest video about it soon. So that's that. So as I said, feel free to leave any comments, and especially with the idea of streaming a whole lesson live. So that would be interesting. I'm just going to switch it around now. There you go. I'll give you a bit of a view of the road. There's not a lot to see. Yeah, maybe let's have a look at them doing the road works. Yeah. That is it really. It's just a bit of interest. So thanks for watching. I'm going to be ending the live stream pretty soon, and what my intention is to do the live stream in between my pupils. I'm going to call it, you know, like an instructor talking drive. I don't know what we're going to call it, something along those lines. And basically, I'm just going to be sort of explaining what I see as an instructor as I drive between my pupils. You know, because it is my own perspective on things, and you know, having spent so many years looking out for danger early, you know, I think I've got something to contribute, especially if you are taking lessons, because at the moment, because it's quite interesting. It should be quite interesting for you to understand what the instructor's actually looking at, because it's probably something different to what you're seeing. However, so thank you, and as I say, you know, hopefully if you tune in about an hour, I'm due to finish at 3:15, and then I'm just going to start the live stream again around 3:15, 3:20. Okay, thank you. Let's end that.